I thought the old man watching our house was the one I should be afraid of. I was wrong. I was eating dinner when I noticed the old man across the street staring at our house again. Every single day he would just sit on his porch and watch us, and something about him made my skin crawl. I made the mistake of giving him a small wave, and he nodded back slowly with his eyes locked on mine. That's when my stepdad Greg grabbed my wrist from across the table so hard I almost yelped. He said through his teeth, "Don't ever do that again." I tried to pull away, but he just squeezed tighter until it burned. He told me the man was probably some creep, and that I needed to stay away from the windows and stop looking at him. When I asked why it mattered so much, he yanked my arm and got right in my face. "Because I said so. You don't wave at strangers. You stay inside where I can see you." My mom just stared at her plate like always. I went to bed that night realizing I didn't feel safe anywhere anymore. Not inside with Greg, and not outside with that man watching me. I used to pray someone would notice what was happening and come save me, but I stopped believing anyone ever would. I stopped waving after that, but I couldn't stop noticing him out there every single day. Sometimes he would walk to his mailbox 3 or 4 times in an hour, always looking at our house. Sometimes he would just stand in his driveway staring at my bedroom window. I started keeping my blinds closed because I couldn't tell which was worse, Greg catching me near the window or that man watching me through it. One night, Greg caught me peeking through the curtains, and I froze. He stormed over and ripped them off the wall, then screamed so loud my ears rang. "What did I tell you?" Before I could answer, he threw me into my room and I hit the floor. I sat on my bed shaking for hours. A few days later, the old man did something that terrified me. He walked right up to the edge of our lawn and just stood there. Greg flew outside yelling at him to leave, but the old man didn't flinch. He stared right past Greg, looked directly at me through the window, then pulled out a small notebook and wrote something down before walking away. I felt sick. What was he writing about me? That night, Greg hit me for the first time, open palm across my face. He grabbed my chin and forced me to look at him. This is what happens when you don't listen. After that, things got worse. Greg shoved me into a wall for burning dinner. He threw a glass at my mom for talking back. He pushed me down the stairs because I didn't answer him fast enough, but every time I left for school with a new bruise, the old man would be outside watching me walk to the bus. He would look at my arms, then at my face, and write something in that notebook. I started to feel like I was being hunted from both directions. Greg was the monster inside my house, but what was the old man planning? I laid awake at night terrified that one day he would try to get inside. I had no idea he already was planning to. Last Tuesday, Greg comes home drunk and finds me in the hallway. He grabs me by the throat and slams me against the wall. I can't breathe. He's screaming that I'm worthless, that he wishes I was never born. My mom runs in crying, "Please stop!" He shoves her so hard she hits the counter and collapses. He stands over her with his fist raised, shouting that he's going to teach us a lesson. Then the front door explodes. The old man walks straight to Greg and grabs him by the throat. He slams him against the refrigerator and holds him there. Greg chokes out, "Who the hell are you?" The old man's voice is ice cold. I'm her grandfather. My whole world stops. "Grandfather?" My mom looks up from the floor, mascara running down her face, and whispers, "Dad?" He doesn't look at her. He keeps his eyes on Greg. I've been documenting everything for 2 years. Red and blue lights flash through the windows. Greg starts sobbing and whimpering, "Please, you're hurting me. It hurts." My grandfather stares at him. Now you know how she felt. Greg slides down the refrigerator crying, "I'll leave. I'll disappear. Just make it stop." I live with my grandfather now. Greg got 7 years. The man I was so afraid of was protecting me the whole time.